So, good evening. Welcome to the new year of Zohar classes. I hope you had a good time during the holidays. Also, Rosh Chodesh Tov. Tonight is Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. We're going to start the new sign of Scorpion from tonight. We are just past the holidays. And as I said earlier, this year, God willing, we are planning to study harder the Zohar, the Kabbalah. We're going to decode with the help of Zohar the Torah. We're going to connect to the cosmos energy of every week. That's going to bring us blessings, health, happiness, and success. You know, in a physicality, we live in a linear world. We live in everything has a beginning and an end. In spirituality, everything is cycles. There is no end, there is no beginning. So we just start studying the Torah one more time, Bereshit and Noach. It seems like it's the same, but we are not the same. The universe is not the same. It's not the beginning, it's not the end, it's just cycles and cycles. It's more like onion than cycles. We go another layer deeper, and we want to get closer to the core. So I promise you I won't bore you. I look at my notes from last year and the years before. It was wonderful for those years, but this coming year we're going to come up with new secrets, new ideas, new ways to improve our life with the help of the Zohar, the wisdom of Kabbalah, and the Torah. So we finished the Torah with the word Israel, which ends with the Lamed. And we start the Torah with the word Bereshit, which starts with the Bet. We combine them together, it's called Lev. Lev in Hebrew means heart. The correction of the Torah, the tikkun that we have, is the correction of the heart. It's not the correction of the mind. Look at the children around you these days. They are geniuses. Like 6 years old, 8 years old, they talk to you like an adult. They're so good in computers, they're so good with knowledge and wisdom. So the issue is not the mind. The issue is not to add to our knowledge. The tikkun, the correction, is the correction of the heart. How much love, how much kindness, how much chesed I can bring to my life. You look at the kids, you know, they said, gimme, gimme, gimme. They want the best car, they want the best computers. They don't care about the consequence. They don't care what it's going to take to reach. So there is no feeling. It's all about what I want, what I see, that's what I want. So by this study of Zohar and the Kabbalah, we are trying to bring correction to our heart. Like in English says, you know, put your heart into it, or do it from the heart. We need the correction of the Torah, the correction of this wisdom is to bring love, kindness, mercy, compassion to our life. We don't have a problem with wisdom, but we need to train our heart to be giving, understanding, loving, caring, compassion, and all the above. I know this portion is portion of Noach, but I want to talk about Bereshit, since we didn't have a class. Farmaju, can you get the marker, please, for me? I have it in my bag, too. So, the Bereshit is full of secrets. I don't know, millions, billions of secrets. It's endless secrets. And it comes and goes so fast without even having a chance to address everything. We talk about it on Shabbat. But at this point of our study, we're going to we're not going to concentrate only on that portion of the week. We try to learn from other portions too. So, thank you very much. Thank you. So, the Torah, let's start with the gifts. Before we went to the holidays, we talk about gift. We're going to receive gifts during the holidays. We're going to receive, you remember, desire, pleasure, and emunah, and certainty. So, through the process of the holidays, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, and Sukkot, mainly Sukkot, we receive all these gifts. And these gifts gonna bring us more wisdom, more opportunities to reach our goals. One of the gifts that we receive during the holidays is the Hebrew alphabet. It's so amazing. We start seeing things in the Torah that we never seen before. I've been studying the Bereshit since I was 9 years old in Israel, in the school. They teach Torah, they teach Bereshit. This past week, I seen things in Bereshit I never saw before, from the very first sentence. So, the Torah starts in Bereshit that the Creator created the heavens and the earth. There is a chaos in the earth. That's how the Torah starts. So it's not talking about the actual heavens and earth, because the Creator created the sky and the earth on the fourth day. It's talking about the spiritual world and the physical world. So he created the two worlds. He could make a separation between physicality and spirituality. And the Torah says the spiritual world is perfect. But what? There is a chaos. There is a tohu vavohu in the physical world. And right after he says there is a chaos in physical world, he says God created the light. So the first lesson that the Torah want to teach us, that this is one of the first rules of Kabbalah, that light comes out of darkness. We were talking about challenges we had this week. There is no way we're going to reach any kind of a blessings or any kind of a light without coming out of a darkness. Maybe we were righteous in a past life and that blessings continue with us in this life. But the first sentence of the Torah, it says there is a chaos in the physical world and the Creator decided to create light. So don't beat yourself if there is challenges in your life. All the classes we talk about this. There is no way a light, something good gonna come out of anything but darkness. That's the rules of the universe. The Torah is the blueprint of the universe. It's not a storybook. So we're starting a new year. There is a challenge, there is an obstacle. Wonderful. I have to learn. I have to see what is in, where is the light is hiding with this challenge. And another secret about the Torah portion, the Creator tells Adam to eat only from Etz HaChaim, from tree of life. It's so interesting that the sin of the Adam, the first sin, was about eating. And the Creator tells the Adam, eat only from the tree of life. And no wonder, we are so concerned about what we eat. At the Bereshit, it says, watch out what you're eating. No wonder we have so many halachot. No wonder we are so concerned about kashrut. But that's only the physical aspect of it. That's only the 1%. What the Torah means, what the Creator means, He wants us to eat from the tree of life. Eating is not only the food you put in your mouth, is what you listen to, what you see, what you're learning, what you're studying, what you're smelling, what is your way of life. So Etz HaChaim means the Torah. When in Bereshit the Creator tells Adam, eat only from Etz HaChaim, it means eat from the Torah, learn from the Torah. If you're so concerned about the food we eat, that's fine, but it's in our DNA You know, they told us we learn to eat certain things, eat kosher, but nobody teach us the actual meaning of the Torah. That whatever you eat, whatever you enter your life, your house, your body, your family, your business, have to be from the Torah, the Etz HaChaim, from the Torah. You know, we have this misinterpretation of the Torah as a religious book, as a storybook. You know, it's not. It's the blueprint of the universe, and it's teaching us. It's like Armin Jun says, it's a love letter from the Creator to us. It's a love letter. Live your life to your maximum potential. How can you enjoy your life? How can you be happy? How can you be healthy? How can you satisfy yourself and others? So it's not about religious, it's about way of life. Etz HaChaim. Eat from Etz HaChaim. Eat from the tree of life, to have a life. There is a saying that says everybody is alive, but how many of us truly living? The Torah teaches us the way of living. We have reached the 10 minutes on the Facebook viewers. I feel bad to shut it down, but that's the rules we have here. The rest of the class is going to be on eresculturecenter.org. You can join the class or you can watch the rest on the website. Thank you. So that was, there is a very cute point about Bereshit. There is a lot of ladies in the class, you guys are going to love it. There is a very cute point about Bereshit. Adam and Eve got punished. Adam got punished because he listened to his wife. The wife, she went, she looked at the tree. It's delicious, it tastes good, it smells good. So Adam listened to his wife and he made the sin. In the 2 parasha from now, Avraham asked God, you know, what should I do? Should I listen to my wife or I shouldn't listen to my wife, Sarah? And Avraham says, yeah, listen to her. So we have Adam listen to his wife and he got punished. And Avraham also listened to his wife and he got rewarded. So the question is, you know, are we supposed to listen to our wife or not? That was a cute point, but as we know, the Torah is much, much deeper and heavier than the actual stories. Rabbi Shimon, the author of the Zohar, says only a fool fall for the stories of the Torah. Like I started at the beginning of the class, it's all about our heart. The game between man and a woman in the Torah is about the mind and our heart. It's not about two different people. It's about the same person, but it's a conversation. It's the relationship that our consciousness mind has with our heart. You know, the story with Adam and Chava, you know, as a unit, they fall into their heart. They fall into their desire. They saw the fruit. They saw something delicious, something tasty. In Hebrew, they call it ta'ava. They fall into it. They fall into the temporary pleasure of the heart. They see it, I want it, even if it's not good for me. Does it ring a bell in our life? Our heart wants something. We know it's not right for us. Our consciousness mind tells us this is not good for you, but our heart wants it. And the other way around with Avraham and Sarah, Avraham, he loved his son. I don't know if you remember the story, Ishmael. Yeah, God Sarah tell Avraham, let's send away Ishmael. And Avraham says, no, I love my kid, you know, it's my own son. How can I send away my own son? Again, the heart. There was no logic involved. You know, with his heart, he was falling for his son. And then the mind, Sarah, like his mind, says, no, logically this is not going to be your continuation. This is the wrong thing. You need to concentrate on Yitzchak. So, it's not about the man and the woman, it's about our heart and our conscience, our mind. We have to watch out what we desire. We have to watch out what we want. Temporary pleasures. We fall into situations. Like the kid says, I want this car, you know, and that car could be dangerous for him. So each time in the Torah talking about a man and a woman, typically in a deeper level of understanding is the relationship between the heart and the conscious. There is another point in Bereshit that I like very much, is about when the Creator creates Adam and Eve. I talked about it last year too. He called them Elohim, he called them creators, he called them gods. So look at the depth of the Torah. We are not puppets here. We are not nobodies here. The Creator calls us gods. You know, we can create. We can have children. That's one example of it. But we can create a world for ourselves and other people. There is another point in Bereshit about eating again or having a pleasure. This is a beautiful point. Each time we enjoy something, each time we receive something for the self alone, food, any kind of a pleasure, it creates distance between us and the Creator. Each time we receive, it creates distance. The nature of the Creator is to give and share. But if I receive something and I enjoy it, that creates distance between us and the Creator. That's why they come up with this famous sentence, Achalta, Savata, Bevebarachta. You enjoy something, you have a pleasure of something, you say the blessing for it. You try to go back, you try to eliminate the distance that you created from the Creator. Each time we enjoy something for selfish reason, create a distance. The whole secret of saying the blessing, or at least remember the Creator, is close the distance. Now let's talk about the portion of the week, Noach. Noach is the famous story of the big flood that the Creator sees that most of the people on the earth are selfish. There is no rules, there is no regulation. You know, they receive all these blessings after the creation, but they use it for selfish reason. And then there is a story of the flood that comes and destroy all these negative people. The portion of Noach is always in a Rosh Chodesh Scorpio, either a few days before or after. Like tomorrow night, Shabbat, we're going to read the portion Noach, and it's also Rosh Chodesh Scorpio. So there is this connection between the portion of Noach and the sign of Scorpio, the month of Cheshvan, which is known that it's a month of judgment, month of Gevurah, it's a negative month, which is not, we're going to talk about it. They call it Mar Cheshvan, bitter Cheshvan. And our purpose, we're going to learn how to make it elevated Cheshvan, Ram Cheshvan. You know, we have to understand why there is such a heavy month after such a wonderful month. You know, in the month of Tishrei, we had all these blessings. We received so much. We received so much beracha. We had the Rosh Hashanah, we had the Kippur, and we had the Sukkot, Hoshana Rabbah, Simchat Torah. Either if you're aware of it or not, we receive tons of blessings, a lot of blessings. But it's concealed. Why? Imagine, because whatever we receive during the holidays is supposed to last us for the next year. We went stand in front of the court and they give us a gift, but it's going to last for the next year, for the whole year. Can you imagine the electricity this light bulb going to use for the next year? They're going to give it in 1 second, in 1 moment. It's going to explode. The light bulb cannot handle the 1 year worth of electricity in 1 moment. Our body, our life cannot handle all that blessing that we receive in the high holidays in one day or in 1 month. So it comes at sparks. For the next year, we receive, it's like you receive food that's supposed to last you for 1 year, and if you eat the whole thing at one time, you're going to get sick. So we have to eat it little by little. We receive these blessings little by little. Now, we need to understand about the signs. We have some negative months and we have some positive months. What is the secret? How does it work? Like doctor asked before the class, why we celebrate the new moon? Why we're celebrating tonight the new moon of Scorpio? Because we want to be in control of our life. We either control our own life or we give it to the chance of the stars and the mazalot and the signs. I know month of Scorpio, for the next month there is a certain energy available in the cosmos and it affects everybody. If I control myself, if I'm aware of it, then I'm not going to get hurt. But if I'm not aware of this energy of Scorpio, we're going to get hurt, we're going to have challenges. And everybody's going to have challenges in this one. So how does it work? It's so amazing, you guys are going to love it. If you remember about the mazalot, about the signs, this is the correct setup, this is the correct format, and I want all of you guys to have a copy of this. Maybe later on we can make some copies of this. I want you to have this in your files. It's going to teach you every month how does it work. So we have 3 columns, like 10 Sefirot, like Etz HaChaim. We have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn on the right side. And we have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius on the left side. Right side is positive, left side is negative, and the middle is the balance. We have Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Guess what? On the first left side, Taurus, we have the Omer. For the whole month, we cannot have parties, we cannot celebrate. On the Leo, we have Tisha B'Av. We have a Nui, is a destruction of Beit HaMikdash. On Scorpio, we have the flood, the destruction of the world. So this is not accident, this is not by chance. Nobody want to have fun with the astrological sign. It's the blueprint of the universe. And why does it work this way? So on Aries, we have Passover. We receive this huge light. And then right after, we have restriction, no parties. Then on Cancer, again, we have this huge light. And then right after, we have to conceal again. On Libra, we have Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Sukkot, we receive huge light. And then on Scorpio, we have to restrict again. So there is this, the reason the signs working, we have 1 month full of abundance, full of Shefa in Hebrew, full of blessing, full of light. And right after, we have a month, no parties, no buying new clothing, no traveling. Can you imagine who designed this? Who come up with this idea? Why there is this system? Why we keep saying, you know, Scorpio is negative, or our Leo is negative, and Omer is negative? What the Torah trying to teach us, you know, the portion of Noah, right after the beginning of the creation, right after such a wonderful holidays, we receive so much light. So he want to teach us to restrict, to have a foundation, to have a structure, to put in limitations. How many of you know stories about somebody overnight won $100 million and they end up killing themselves, you know, with that money? This is exactly what the Torah is trying to teach us. There are months that's full of blessings. There are months that are full of health, happiness, shefa, all the goodness. Right after, there's a restriction. We cannot receive and receive and receive. We lose it. We lose it. So the way the signs work is, we always talk in a negative way about Scorpio. It's not their fault. It's by design. It comes after big holidays to have a restriction, to have a structure, to build a structure for my life. We dance, we eat, we were so happy during the past month. We had 50 days of happiness from the beginning of Elul. And when the month of Scorpio comes, when the portion of Noach comes, Noach stands for Notzer Chesed. So Notzer Chesed means create kindness. So during the month of Tishrei, during the month of the right columns, the signs of the right columns, we get free. It's a free bazaar. We get free kindness. During the month of Tishrei, during the holidays, it was pure chesed, pure love and kindness. We're all happy, joyful. We didn't do anything for it. It's the energy of the cosmos. So we receive pure chesed. It's coming from Ari Champin. No, there is no restriction. We don't have to do anything for it. But in the month of Scorpio, Cheshvan in Hebrew also means a check, means a calculation. It's like we had fun and they give us the check. Now we have to pay for it. It's not for free. So in the month of Tishrei, in Libra, we receive this kindness, unlimited happiness. We didn't do anything for it, for free. In order to earn it, in order to receive it from, I'm going to explain myself, from the Or Makiv, in the month of Cheshvan, we have to create the kindness. It's not coming free anymore. We have to create the kindness. Notzer Chesed. We have to pay the bill of all the goodness we had last month by doing good. By doing good. We become like the Creator. Notzer Chesed. We create kindness, create love. The system of every month of the Hebrew calendar is 1 month they give us, 1 month we have to give back, and then we have the balanced months that we learn from the both sides. 1 month I'm receiving. The other month right after I have to give. Then in the third month I learn how to balance myself. I taste both, and now I know what to do. It's going to get more clear. The light we receive on the high holidays is called Or Makif, the surrounding light. And when it comes in, we receive blessings for the next coming year. Like I said, we receive a lot of blessings. Either if you're aware of it or not. Either if you participate or not. This wonderful Father we have, He gives us, endless. But we have to earn it. We have to earn it. So we have this surrounding light, this Or Makif, by creating kindness, by creating love, by going out of yourself, by becoming the channel, we're going to receive this light from outside to our inside. Let's talk more about the Noach and about the water. Why the destruction of the world with water? The water is such a life-giving thing. We cannot survive without water. We pray for water. We pray for rain. By the way, we just started, praying for rain. And, one more thing about the Scorpio before we move on to the water. There's this concept of negativity about Scorpio. I have a surprise for you. Shlomo HaMelech, when he want to build the Bet HaMikdash, the first Bet HaMikdash, he started in the month of Scorpio, And he designed it in a way that the construction going to end in the month of Scorpio. So, do you want to build the most important thing in a negative month? So it's not so negative. We're going to explain. Also, Rachel Imenu, the wife of Jacob, she died in month of Scorpio. We don't have no access to Adam and Eve. We don't have no access to Abraham, Isaac, Yaakov, or their wives. We only have access to Rachel. So she died in the month of Scorpio, and she decided, to be available for everybody. So why Scorpio if it's supposed to be a negative month? Actually, the month after the positive months, they have the most blessings. Imagine, there is a river that feeding us water. When there is too much water, what they build? They build a dam. Sad before sea. We said, you know what? I cannot take this water anymore. I have plenty of water. Restrict the water, restrict the blessing. Let me do something good with what I have, and then give me more. So, all the negative months, they're saturated. They're saturated with blessings. It's not that they don't have blessing. They're saturated with blessing, but they restrict because they cannot handle anymore unless we become the channel, unless we pass on the blessing to other people. One example the Kabbalist gives, during the month of Scorpio, is just imagine you're standing with your friend on the rooftop, of the house. And your friend, he slips and is about to fall down from the roof. What do? Right away you reach and you hold their hand and you save them from falling down. That's Notzer Chesed, create kindness. In the month of Cheshvan, every moment of our life, we have to act like we have a friend that is in trouble, there's a tough situation, and I need to save that person, to save that situation. Let's go back to water. Water is so essential. Our body is 90% water, and there is no life without water. So why we are so afraid of flood? Too much water destroyed the whole planet, except one family. What I learned this week from the Zohar is that water has a conscience. Water has a thinking power. Water can decide. Anything on this planet has the energy of the Creator, and it thinks, and it has an effect on the environment, and it can be affected from the environment. Water is so essential. Water is so necessary, but at the same time we have a flood, or God forbid we have people even drown in their own bathtub, or they drown in a swimming pool. So if water is so wonderful, but why is sometimes it's harmful? And why does it come in a month of, this story comes up in a month of Cheshvan, in a month of Scorpio? Again, we go back to this formula. We need to learn to handle our blessings. We need to learn how to give structure, how to give discipline to anything we receive. We give this example. Somebody received millions of dollars and end up killing themselves. Somebody received too much, real estate. Somebody received too much ego, big title. I want to become a teacher. What's the reason that I want to become a teacher? I'm looking for that title. I'm looking for recognition. I'm looking for people to say thank you to me. That's the flood. That's the destructive force. But if I'm going to become a teacher only for the purpose to be the channel of this wisdom, then I learn how to restrict myself. I learn to give structure, discipline to the blessings that I have. The portion of Noach the month of Scorpio is all about restriction, structure, limiting, giving a frame to whatever you have. If you're too smart and you don't give, if you don't give restriction, if you don't give frame to your smartness, that smartness is going to hurt you. It's anything that we receive, we need to learn to give it a frame, give it a balance, so it won't hurt us. Too much water is destructive. Restricted water is a blessing. Another secret of the Noah, he had 3 sons, Shem, Yefet, and Chem. The Kabbalists, they say that Chem is the evil incarnation, is the negative side. He was dark. And Yefet was the positive side, the good inclination. And who was Shem? Shem was the neshama that make a decision which side to go. Whoever came on Shabbat, I give this example, that there is this concept in English which says me, myself, and I. Who are these people? Why we say me, myself, and I? One of them is the evil inclination, the other one is the good inclination, and the third one is the ruler, is the king, is the one that make a decision, do I go with this guy or do I go with that guy? I always give this example, if I find $100 bill on the floor, the evil side says, you know, put the money in your pocket and run. And the good inclination says, you know, go see who these monies belong to. So I have these 2 voices in my head, but somebody have to make a decision, and that's the king. That's we call it the neshama. That's my awareness, that's my conscious. And this king, we need to teach him Torah. We need to teach him this wisdom to make the right decision. You know, month of Scorpio, we said, you know, we have to create kindness. Tomorrow, some situation come across them. It's negative, it's harsh, it's tough. What do I do? You know, either my bad inclination says, forget it, it's not for you. The good inclination says, you know, do something about it. So I have to have that wisdom, that understanding, that I decide to create kindness, especially in this month. The reason Shlomo HaMelech, he decided to build the Beit HaMikdash during the month of Cheshvan, Scorpio, because there is a shefa, there is abundance, there is a lot of light. There's a lot of light, because the month before we receive the light, it's already saturated, there's plenty of goodness, but you have to do something good with it. So he decided to build the Beit HaMikdash. So that's why they play this game of bitter Cheshvan or elevated Cheshvan. If I don't do any kindness, if I don't create any love or kindness during the month of Cheshvan, it's going to be a bitter month. But if I decide that this is the opportunity for me to create goodness, to any moment I'm going to be aware what good can I do, then I become the channel and I create goodness and I receive the blessings that was meant for me during the holidays. So, talking about water, everything on this world has a good aspect and bad aspect. Water could be good, but it could be bad. Fire, we cannot live without a fire, but too much fire is destructive too. Same thing with money, same thing with title, same thing with your position, same thing with your knowledge. Everything we have to be able to control. Any blessings we have, good looking, you know, smartness, the job that I have, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a businessman. So if it gets into my head, then it's destructive. But if I understand that there is a purpose for me to create goodness, then it's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna be harmful. We always talk about by the way, this year is the year of Tree of Life. We always talk about Tree of Life and Tree of Knowledge. They're actually one. We talk about it on Shabbat too. The Keter Chokhmah Bina is Tree of Knowledge, and Chesed Gevurah Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod Malchut is Tree of Life. So Tree of Life is all about kindness, looking good, mercy, compassion, love, and Tree of Knowledge is about wisdom, chokhmah. When the Creator told Adam, first eat from the Tree of Life, and then after Shabbat you can eat also from Tree of Knowledge. The secret is, if I earn a title, if I have this title, if I have this position, before I learn how to have love, before I learn how to have compassion, that knowledge, that title is going to hurt me. Even as a mother, even as a father, as a teacher, any business, any title or position you have. The Torah tells us, first learn how to have kindness and love and compassion. Then you can reach to your knowledge and wisdom and chokhmah. If I bypass the kindness and I just reach to wisdom and chokhmah, what kind of a teacher is you going to be? Can you be a mother and father without having love and compassion? Can you be a teacher without having love and compassion? Can you be a doctor without having love and compassion and understanding for the sick people? So the whole idea of the Tree of Life and Tree of Knowledge is love and compassion and understanding and emunah and netzach and shalom comes before any position you want to possess. Now let's talk about in Hebrew Scorpio is akrav. We talked about it before too. Akrav in Hebrew means the animal scorpion. And the way we write it is Ain, Kuf, Resh, Bet. So the Zohar says the Ain Bet is the 72 names of God, and in between the word kar, coldness, separation. So we had the 72 names during the holidays. We had these blessings during the holidays. We had this shefa, this abundance. But now there is a restriction. We have to put a coldness. We have to put a separation. We have to recalculate. We have to restrict. Give a structure. Give a limitation. Put in a frame. We cannot lose our head because all the blessings we receive and we're going to receive during this coming year. Let's read from the Zohar. We're going to move on to the next subject here. There is two stories in a portion Noach. The first story is about the flood, that there were evil people, negative people. And then the second story is about Tower Babel, about these very wise, very smart, intelligent people that they learned the secrets of the Hebrew alphabet and they knew how to connect to the angels, and they want to build this tower 2,000 story. In our age, we barely can build a tower to 100 story, but they had the plans to build a tower for 2,000 story. Not only a physical tower, but also they want to manipulate the system. They want to create their own world in an evil way. So this time around, also, the Creator stops them. And there is a beautiful lesson behind it. about why, you know, the Creator destroyed these evil people and then they stopped these evil people. It's all about commitment. It's all about commitment. It's a new year. It's a new beginning. And the Torah want to teach us how committed we are into our study, how committed we are into our success. These people that they built the tower, even they had an evil intention, but they were very united. They were very united, and they were about to build this tower. And the Creator doesn't destroy them. He confused their language, he confused the language, because they were so united, they were so good into building a unity, he didn't destroy them. He just confused them so they couldn't communicate. So the lesson is, into commitment is such a powerful force. If I commit myself in this coming year that I want to achieve something, not only thinking, not only having a vision about it, not only talking about it, really 100%. This lesson want to teach us. If I commit to something, I'm going to receive it. God forbid if we commit also to negative things. The punchline, the bad things about committing negative things, we are not even aware of it. If we constantly worrying about something, that means we are committed to the worriness. If we're constantly complaining, that means, you know, I'm committed into complaining. If constantly I'm creating separation, I don't want to call this guy, you know, I don't like him or whatever. If I separate myself from certain people or certain community, that's commitment also. So the story of Noah means if we committed to a negative conscience, negative thought, not by one day or 1 hour, it's like my lifestyle is all the time, I have certain negative aspect that I practice it all the time. It brings blockage, it brings destruction, like the way, you know, we read in the portion of Noah. But if we commit in a positive way, there is a unity with me and others, we commit to keep the class, we commit to keep the Kenisa going, I commit to study Kabbalah, I commit to be a good teacher, you know, of Kabbalah in the next coming year. When we make a commitment, you know, the Creator is right there to support us, to give us a hand. Let's read from the Zohar. We're in book number 2, page 299, section 56. We are talking about, this section is talking about, is asking, Zohar asking a question. The Torah says the people are negative, the people are evil, and the Torah says are going to wipe out the earth. The Torah doesn't say it's going to wipe out the people, it says wipe out the earth. It says that the reason is because we influence. If we are corrupted, we corrupt our family. If we are negative, we bring negativity to the house. We bring negativity to the community. If we are negativity, we are negative, we bring negativity to our job, to our business. So, like the beginning of the class says, you know, everything has a conscience, everything has a mind, including animals and water and vegetables. So if I commit to be all the time positive, if I commit to create chesed, notzer chesed, if I commit to, in the month of Cheshvan, be good all the time and restrict myself from too much abundance of anything I have, then I have this power to bring blessing. But if my language, my action, my thoughts is committed to negativity, it's gonna be destructive. So let's read from the Zohar. Don't cross your hands, don't cross your legs. We are reading this section of the Zohar with this kavanah, with this conscience, to commit to Kabbalah, to Zohar, to study of the Torah, to study of Etz HaChaim for this coming year. רבי יצחק הווה שכיח, כמיה דרבי שמעון. אמר לו, האי קרא דכתיב ותשחט הארץ לפני האלוקים. אי בני נשוא חטאון, ארעה במה? אמר לו, בגין דכתיב כי השחית כל בשר לדרכו, כמה דהיטמא כגוונה דה, ותיטמא הארץ ואבקות עונה עליה. אלא בנשוא חטאון והיא טמאה, ארעה במה? אלא עקרה דארעה בני נשוא אינן, ואינן מחבלין ארעה והיא אתחבלת. וקרא הוכח דכתיב וירא אלוקים את הארץ והנה נשחט כי השחית כל בשר לדרכו על הארץ. Rabbi Yitzchak was visiting Rabbi Shimon and he asked him about the verse that states, and the earth was corrupted before the Elohim. Now, if it was man who sinned and was corrupt, what was the earth's sin? Rabbi Shimon answered, as is written, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth, and also and the land was defiled, therefore defiled. I do punish its inquiry upon it. So it is mankind that sins. That's how far we're going to read it. So again, I want to emphasize, whatever conscious, whatever we are committed to, we are committed to anger without even we knowing it. We are committed to hate. We're committed to jealousy. We're committed to controlling. So it says if you're committed to something negative, it's going to bring destruction, like the way in the portion of Noah. But if we commit to goodness, positivity, then we're going to receive positivity and goodness. There is one more lesson I want to share. One of the qualities of a Scorpio, the most important of the quality of a Scorpio is controlling, right? They want to control.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, we always, control is bad, control is negativity. Why Avram Avinu, in the book of Yetzirah, he says he give controlling to month of Scorpio? Because we need to control our behavior. We need to control our blessings. We need to control our money, our health, our speech, our wisdom. We need to control everything. Because the blessing was infinite. What we received during the holidays, it has the potential to reach the heavens for all of us. We all receive this blessing. We all receive these sparks. It's in a potential. And hopefully most of us, we're going to reach that level. We're going to be able to use those blessings. But the Torah is teaching us the first rule of the blessing is control. You need to control. Scorpio controlling other peoples, but in reality they need to control themselves. In this coming month is for all of us. If I receive the blessing of being a teacher in this coming year, during the holidays I receive this blessing to be a teacher. The first lesson that the Torah is teaching that teacher is you need to learn to control. Don't think it's your wisdom. Don't think it's your smartness. Don't think it's your decision. You need to control your ego. You need to control your speech. You need to control, to have Etz HaChaim, love and compassion and kindness. Let's say, in this coming year, we're going to be blessed with a lot of sustenance, a lot of money. I need to control it. A month of Scorpio teaching me how to control it. I'm not going to go buy a Ferrari and drive 200 miles per hour and kill myself. So you need to control your money. Everything. You need to control your desires. You need to control your passions. So the secret of Scorpio is control yourself. Control whatever you have. During the month, the holidays, we receive a lot of light. I want to emphasize it over and over. But it's in our makif, it's in our surrounding light. We cannot handle that much light in one shot. But what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to learn how to bring this light to our life. the Zohar says something very scary in a way. The light is there. Either I use it, either I utilize it, or it's going to go to the klipa, or it's going to go to the satan. So I have to learn how to use this light. So we are in a different levels of spirituality. We are always in a different level of committing to others. So let's say if I'm in a level 4, so the outside is the level 5. If I'm level 3, so the outside is level 4. The Or Makif always has a higher potential of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to explain. Or Pnimi, whatever light I have within myself is my responsibility. I'm a father, I'm a businessman, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I'm doing my responsibility. I'm nice, I'm kind, but that's who I am inside. What is my outside potential? I can go extra mile. I can do more than my responsibilities. I can go behind my abilities. I can go behind my comfort zone. I can stretch my hand longer. You know, so that's how I reach the light. This boundary is the klipa that I need to break. If I'm lazy, if I'm in class number 3, the only way to reach my class number 4 is to come out of my laziness. So whatever we are doing right now, I know all of you guys do a lot, but there is much more potential is waiting for us. You have to go extra mile. You have to try harder. You have to go out of yourself. Like the example I said, somebody's falling down, you reach out and you save him. So the light is waiting to come in, but I have to show that I'm capable of receiving it by doing more, extending more love, more compassion, more care. So when I extend my abilities, when I go behind my responsibilities, then the Or Makif comes in. And you want miracles in your life, you want good things to happen to you in your life, you want blessings in your life, is right there. By me breaking this laziness, breaking my selfish desires, breaking me, and thinking outside, I can bring this Or Makif inside. And between it, all the miracles, all the blessing, whatever I need comes in. Are we within 1 hour? I think so. We reached the 1 hour. There is so many secrets, so many other things I want to share. The last thing I want to share, we are here. We are here to reach our potential. We are here to receive this Or Makif. You know, it looks like, you know, we have responsibilities. It looks like, you know, I have challenges. But our main purpose is to do the extra, to go beyond my abilities and responsibilities. This is where the Or Makif gonna come in. I think we reached 1 hour. Thank you very much. Rosh Chodesh Tov, Shana Tova, we see you on Shabbat. Questions, let me know.